Hey guys, I'm Disney Dad, and today in this video I want to cover why I won't be staying at Disney World hotels this year. Obviously, there's some situations where you'd want to stay on property at a Disney World hotel, but due to some of the changes that are upcoming this year and because of COVID, there's a lot of reasons why you will not. There's a lot to talk about with all the changes at Disney World this year due to COVID. But that's more than I can handle in one video. So in this video specifically, I'm going to talk about the changes that focus on the hotel stay and why I would stay at a different hotel than an on-site property. First, I do want to cover with some of the changes this year due to COVID that have changed to hotels and why it doesn't seem like it might be worth it. Starting off with the Magic Express luggage delivery service that has been paused for guests. Guests must pick up their bags at baggage claim and take it to the bus. Also, one thing that might be a headache for you is that traditional housekeeping has been paused. And for now, towel changes and trash are removed every 2 days instead of every day. One thing that we used quite often, and that was to decline housekeeping services so you could get a credit. They've gotten rid of that. You do not get a credit if you decline housekeeping services. This is huge for my family especially, and probably for you, that if you're shopping at the parks and you buy something that's large or multiple items, you don't want to carry it around with you all day. They've actually canceled out the merchandise delivery service to the resorts, and that is a big pain in the butt. Another big one is the arcades are closed. Now, we're not sure when they'll bring any of this stuff back, but as of right now, these are some big changes that are really changed whether it's worth spending that extra money to stay at a Disney World hotel. Another thing I want to mention real quick is mobile ordering is required for all food courts at the hotels, and that food delivery to your hotel room has been paused. Big perks for a big premium, and now that they aren't there, it might not necessarily be worth that premium of that Disney World hotel experience. Next reason, and this one's big to my heart especially, and that's got to do with food. Now, we do know that with COVID going on right now, there's a lot of food options that just aren't available because either they're closed or they're reworking the system with the mobile food ordering. So some of the hotels aren't even open yet due to COVID. So there's a lot of restaurants that you can't even get access to because of this, and that in itself is a huge disadvantage. Not to mention the fact that you can't even get access to some of the restaurants, but the fact that families staying 5, 6, 7 nights, a week, 2 weeks at a time, eating out every single meal not only gets mundane, but it gets very expensive. And one of the biggest bonuses of an off-property hotel is getting a private vacation home where you can have access to a full kitchen, featuring pots, pans, utensils, and everything you need to make your meals and prepping at home. This is nice because you can save a lot of money by doing different things and skipping meals or taking food with you. Like I said, buying foods 3 meals a day with snacks at Disney World gets very expensive very quickly. And there's nothing like waking up in the morning, making your own breakfast, spending some time with your family, and hitting those parks some of the days on your vacation in the afternoon. Also, it's great to sometimes come back midday, take a nap, make lunch, hang out by the pool, things that you can do at Disney World, but without having that full kitchen, it really limits what your ability is to make food in your room. Also, no one dreams about doing laundry on their vacation. Most of these suites and houses that you can rent out outside of Disney actually has a washer and dryer, so if you have small children or particularly messy family members, being able to do a load of laundry here and there might make your trip a lot easier. Question of the day: have you ever stayed at an off-property Disney World hotel while you were on one of your vacations? Comment down below whether you would recommend it to a friend. Next one, and the elephant in the room, and that is cost. That being said, 2 years ago, pre-COVID, you get a big bang for your buck by getting all the benefits that Disney World had to offer while staying at one of their hotels. But as they slowly whittle away some of those benefits due to COVID and the fact that they're bleeding money and they have to cut back on services to keep the place afloat, it might not actually be your best benefit anymore to pay those high prices because they haven't really lowered the prices for hotels that it looks like, but they've lowered the benefits. So it actually seems sometimes more beneficial for you to stay off property for a cheaper price. If you do make the choice to stay off property during your Disney vacation, you can still use the Disney Resort hotels for some of their benefits. You don't have to be a guest at Walt Disney World Hotel in order to enjoy the beautiful excitement of restaurants, the atmosphere of the hotels, the bars, gift shops. You can still go from hotel to hotel and enjoy the benefits without actually staying at one of the hotels. We love to do this. We'll eat at multiple different restaurants and different hotels during our stay, so you get that great atmosphere of the Disney theme throughout the hotel without actually spending that extra premium. Another big benefit that some people aren't aware of and a perk that you can still use when you're staying off property on Disney World hotels is transportation. Don't have to stay at Disney World Hotel to enjoy Disney's transportation. You can drive in from your vacation home or different hotel off property, park at one of the theme parks. You can use the Disney transportation around the property to get to different things like Disney Springs for day shopping, dining, entertainment. You can do things like go to the different hotels like we talked about and eat at one of the restaurants and go back to the park. The thing is the buses, the monorail, and now the Skyliner is all open to anyone whether you're staying on property or not. The Walt Disney World transportation system that is reserved strictly for guests right now is the Disney Magical Express, which transports you from the airport to your Walt Disney World resort. But this is being discontinued in 2022, so that is just another perk that we just don't have to justify the high prices of staying on property. And with the new services like Lyft and Uber, you can easily get back and forth to the parks from your offsite hotel without having to worry about driving or renting your car. Also, not to mention that a lot of these off-property hotels do have shuttles that take you back and forth to the parks. Now, with all this being said, there are definitely some advantages for staying on property. You just can't get some of the value that you get for the theming from Disney, some of the convenience for being on there, not having to rent a car. There are some benefits, but if you're trying to do Disney on a budget and save some money, you really aren't missing out on too much nowadays due to COVID stripping away a lot of the Disney resort benefits. So guys, I hope you enjoyed this video and it helps you plan on your next Disney vacation. I do a lot of videos like this and news updates for Disney, so consider subscribing down below so you guys get all my latest videos. I'll see you guys next time.